Here's a more extended storytelling rewrite. Patty sat alone in her living room, surrounded by the glow of her TV. Every movie made love look easy, but her life didn't feel that way. Then, an ad cut through her thoughts. Soilmates, a company claiming to grow your perfect partner from a genetically modified seed. Love is easy, the cheerful announcer boomed. It sounded absurd, but with nothing to lose, she decided to give it a shot. She planted the seed and waited. Days later, a man emerged literally out of the ground. His name was Thomas, and he was everything she thought she wanted: charming, supportive, handsome, and even ready to cook her dinner. "You're perfect," Patty whispered, her heart stirring. For a while, life seemed magical. Neighbors like Martha, who had already embraced soilmates, cheered her on. Martha boasted about her perfect husband and little daughter, all grown from seeds. "Life's so easy now," she chirped. Patty tried to follow along, but something gnawed at her. Was everything too easy? As Patty and Thomas settled into a rhythm, his perfection began to crack. One evening, over dinner, he brought up the topic of kids. "Let's plant a few more seeds," he said. "A creative daughter, an athletic son, it'll be amazing." Patty froze. She didn't want kids, not yet, and not grown from a bag of designer seeds. Thomas wouldn't let it go. "I reworked the budget," he insisted. "You wouldn't have to worry about anything, I'll take care of it all." But it wasn't about money for Patty, it was about choice. "No means no," she told him firmly. To her shock, Thomas brushed it off. "It's not a big deal," he said with a smile. "We deserve a family. Besides, don't you want a mini-you running around?" Their disagreements deepened. Patty started to see the flaws in a perfect love. Thomas wasn't really listening, he was determined to mold their lives to an ideal he didn't fully understand. Meanwhile, Martha continued to glow with happiness, or so it seemed. She proudly displayed her perfect family, but casually admitted that her model husband needed constant discipline to stay on track. "You gotta crack the whip early," she advised. "They only know so much when they come out of the ground." The illusion of perfection began to crumble for Patty. She thought love meant partnership, not control or compromise on her identity. After a particularly heated argument about kids, she finally made a decision. "I deserve to choose my own path," she told Thomas as she walked away. Patty's life shifted. Without Thomas, she embraced her own imperfections and rediscovered the strength to find happiness on her own terms. Meanwhile, the world celebrated soilmates. Their perfect seeds dominated the market, with people eagerly planting partners, children, and even entire families. Ads proclaimed soilmates as the future of love. Martha kept smiling for the neighbors, but deep down, she wondered if her perfect life was really her own. Patty, though, chose to stay grounded literally and figuratively. In a world obsessed with perfection, she learned that love couldn't be grown in soil or built from expectations. True happiness, she realized, had to bloom naturally.